And welcome to a very special episode of Turn Up the Night with Kenny Pick and my very special guest, my very first Skype guest, Graham Bonnet. Say hello to everybody, Graham.
Well, hello.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah, well, yes, it's good to talk to you, and on Skype especially. It's a wonderful thing, and I just hope that Skype doesn't close down like they're threatening to do. I just got it, and I know you just got it, and I hope it keeps on going for a few more years. And it's a bit of a, I got it, let's see, probably about a month ago, and then I was watching TV, and I saw that it was probably going to shut down, but so far so good. You know?
Yeah, I've done a few phone calls on it. Actually, I was doing some test phone calls with my wife. She took my cell phone down in the basement, and it worked pretty well just with the phone. So I'm excited to see how it's going to work with with this altogether. It sounds fantastic so far. So
I've got a bit of a delay, but anyway. Let's see what happens.
Well, sure, yeah, we'll go for it. So now, I want to let's go ahead and tell everybody what you've been up to. You've been doing some pretty extensive touring around the world. So, what was you just came back from Mexico, correct?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yeah, that was with the new lineup of Alcatrazz. We did like 2 shows there with Testament and a bunch of real kind of thrash metal bands.
Wow!
I think we're completely, we weren't suited to the show at all, really, but we had a very, very good response from people who were thrash metal, fans.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I met a lot of the bands, and they were very, very complimentary. A nice bunch of guys, all of them, So it was good. It was only 2 gigs, and we did one in Monterey and one in Mexico City. But it was great. The audiences were incredible.
I know. It seems like, definitely the South American shows, the European shows always seem to just go phenomenally well for metal bands, especially.
Well, yeah, because living in Los Angeles, it's this kind of music is no longer trendy and hip and groovy and fabulous.
Yeah.
As you know, it's like yesterday's news, as far as California is concerned anyway.
Sure.
California, probably the East Coast. Well, we play on the East Coast a couple of times, but here especially it's very difficult. And what we usually end up doing when we do play here are very small, venues, very small rock clubs, and it's real difficult. So most of our work is, in Europe or wherever. It's everywhere but here.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for me too, as a fan. I would love to be able to see big sold out shows in Cleveland or Pittsburgh.
Cleveland. I know. Yeah, I mean that's what when we finally get an album together, which is taking a while because I've been on the road doing things on my own.
Yeah.
When we do finally get this album together, which has taken a while because I've been doing sessions and whatever else. And we have something new. I think there might be a new interest, and we probably will get something happening more over here. I hope anyway. But at this time, we haven't recorded one note of a bunch of songs we've already kind of put together, and it's because of the way things are right now. How difficult it's been this year, the recession and everything. We're going out and working whenever we can, and a lot of the time, as I said, I've been having to do things with other bands in other countries. Wherever if I play in Russia, I play with a Russian band, etc., etc.
Well, I greatly admire your work ethic because it's given me one heck of a CD collection for sure.
Oh.
So,
well, thank God.
So I've got it all. So this is going to be a fun podcast. This will be all Graham Bonnet music on the show tonight too, just so you know. So,
okay.
I'm gonna try and stay focused on some of your more political works, but we're not going to get into that just yet. But yeah, so you did some. Actually, I saw a video of you on YouTube from, I believe, a Brazilian television show. And you actually performed "Night of the Shooting Star." You dedicated it to Michael Jackson, and you played guitar and sang it, and it was a really great performance.
Oh, it was?
I thought so.
I wasn't ready for that. I'll tell you something. I was leaving the studio, and they asked me to come back. I'd done an interview with this guy, and I didn't have a guitar or anything. I just went to do the interview, and that was it. I wasn't expecting to play anything because it was kind of like in mid-after. I was kind of tired and whatever.
Sure.
And so the guitar player from the band I was playing with, he arrived at the studio. And he said, "We're going to do something." I said, no, I'm just going back to the hotel. And the guy that was doing the interview said, do you want to come back and do so? I said, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Do what? Because I was kind of like tired and, a little bit, not jet lag, but just kind of talking too much to people. I don't know. It had just been like a long night the night before. And I thought, well, I'm not up to singing. But anyway, we did it, and it was okay. It wasn't great. But it was, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been up for probably about an hour. And so I wasn't ready for the whole thing. But thank you for the compliment anyway.
Turn Up the Night with Kenny Pick. kennypick.libsyn.com